So today we're going to take you through our rig and just show you some of the updates since the last video we did in 2024. Show you a little about the Jeep and a little bit about the camper and all the things that we've done to it. All right, so we're excited to show you a little more about our setup. We have our AEV high capacity coils. They get us about 4 inches of lift. And then the Overland shocks, and then we have our 37-inch tall Toyo tires. I think they look really good. We've had a lot of different tires. I like them. And then, of course, our power brakes, the most important thing to help us stop the very heavy Jeep. So that's this part of the setup. But obviously, it's a little bit more about the function than the look, but I still think it looks pretty darn good. All right, this is our AEV bumper. We wanted to keep it looking as like factory as possible, although this is like the best bumper we've ever had. The AEV lights and a Warn winch, and then down here we have the amber lights for fog, driving in the mountains. You know, when it's really hard to see, those really help. And this is one of my favorite things that we did with the full width AEV bumper. All right, up here we have our Midland GMRS antenna. It works great, and we're able to talk to people while we're riding. The sticky vinyls, custom design hood decal. This has Cape Lookout on it, so it has a lot of places we've been in, some places we are gonna go on the map, but it also has texture. It's really cool. And then the Baja Designs ditch lights, they help you find camp, help you see what, you know, to the side of the Jeep when you're driving in the dark, which we're often doing, trying to find camp. So those are super helpful too. All right, up here we have our Trail Racks roof rack designed for the Alu cab. It's really nice because we can put the Zargis boxes on top. And as you can see for this trip, the Zero Breeze went on top of the Zargis box. And then I like funneled the air through that window there, right where I sit actually and sleep. So that's very comfortable. But also we use that box over there to hold the Starlink. And then inside we have our chairs and recovery gear in the Zargis boxes. So that works really well to have more storage than you would have if you didn't have this extra piece here. Okay, this is our AEV snorkel. Most people will ask us or like comment like, oh, is that for water crossings? Really the reason that Josh got it is the dust and sand. It really cuts down on that getting into your filter, like when you're at the beach or when we're out west and all the dust. So that's really the purpose, and it looks cool. Very nice snorkel and very functional for us. All right, so we're gonna show you a little bit about our organization on the inside of the Jeep. Not everything, but just hit the highlights. So we have our Adventure Labs Molly panels here on the sides, which are really cool. And then up here to store all of our Blue Ridge Overland gear things and really keep us organized. Our 67 Designs mounts for phones, the Garmin Overlander, etc. And then this is our Midland, and I never remember the number.
575.
575 for our radio. Sorry, I would have to like write that down on a script or something to remember that. And then this is for our Long Range America fuel tank. So this is the button you'd press to fill up the tank, which I think if I had to choose one thing, that would be the thing, because it saves us a ton of time when we're traveling on long trips and gives you the peace of mind if you're in between gas stations somewhere that you don't know where you are. So yeah, that's our organization in the front. And then we'll take you to the back as well. All right, so if you can see me over the stuff, this is like our catch-all area when we're at camp to just put the stuff that's annoying us, that's in the way, in the back or whatever. So we just kind of dump stuff here and then reorganize when we get the back packed back up. As you can see, a lot of Blue Ridge Overland gear items back here. We have our attic. This is like a non-negotiable. We have to have it. This is how we, when we're camping, even like when it's really cold, like all of the cold weather gear goes up there. In the summertime, it's usually not a ton of stuff, but you could literally put like dirty clothes up here if you don't have jackets, or stuffed animals for the little one or whatever. So that's really useful. And then you have your first aid kit there. And then the trash bag, also non-negotiable. The air down tools are in that Blue Ridge Overland gear bag, and the bear spray. So those are all useful. You got your goose gear platform there. The dog stands on that. And then we have storage inside. Super helpful for that as well. And our got to go bag is hanging out here in our kiddo's seat, who's not with us. He's chilling with his grandparents, so very helpful to use that for storage too. Yeah, but I think this is the highlights of the back, and we can show you too, once it's not crazy, how we put the dog back here and everything too. All right, so not a ton has changed in this little section, but I'll still go through it because we get a lot of questions about it. Obviously, we have our Blue Ridge Overland gear bag for all of our cooking utensils. Super important. That's like, if I didn't have this, I don't know what I would do. Our GP Factor table also gets used multiple times a camping trip, even if we're just making sandwiches. And then one of the new things that we have is the 813 lock. So the beautiful thing about that is you don't have to lock it from the inside or lock it from the outside. You can actually use your key fob to lock, so it doesn't matter. And then that way we don't end up in the situation we were in last time where Josh locked me in the camper and Jackson had to go pee while he was fishing, and then Rachel had to save us. So that is very nice. And then you guys have seen this, the GP Factor propane mount, but makes it easier to just tilt it down and do it with one person versus having to have two people, and having the propane tank potentially crash down on you. Josh really wanted me to tell you about these donkey long tongs to use for the campfire, so I'm telling you about them. They are useful, very long tongs that you can use. All right, so I'm going to show you a little bit about the side doors. So the biggest thing is we added these Alucab Molly panels here. It's kind of hard to tell, but basically they serve a few purposes. You can put your bags of the stuff that you typically use on them, so it's not all on the inside there. Got a lot more storage. And then also security too. So this window can even be open and the dog can be like, you know, down here in the bottom. That way they get air, but nobody can break in. It just adds that little extra level of security. And then of course, Josh's prized possession, the can crusher, lives here kind of at an angle. We changed that a little bit, but we still have it. Okay, so not a ton has changed down here, but I'm going to show you a little bit just about our goose gear cabinets. Are the same. We use these a ton. These are really important, not only for seating and stepping up into the tent, but for storage, of course. Lucky me, we went back to our National Luna fridge and freezer, separated out. My freezer that I'm in love with. Because we have the family tent now, our 7-year-old does not sleep down here on that platform that we had. So he sleeps upstairs because there's tons of room. So we were able to put this back in and make me really happy because I love it. We moved to the Starlink Mini, so it's way easier and fits in that bag, and there's not like another piece to it or whatever we had before that was bigger. So that's awesome. And then still using the GP Factor heater, and then the hot water heater over here, the hot tap's the same, so nothing's different there. And then of course our GP Factor set up here, so that everything is just a push of a button to turn on and off. So nice, and even easy for me to even learn what buttons to press. It took me a minute, but I pretty much know how to turn things on and off myself. which is really nice. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing because we had to start refilming because Josh was getting attacked by a bee. He didn't get stung. I would not be laughing if he got stung. Anyway, I'm going to show you the tent and how we typically keep it, and then I'll also show you how to fold up a little bit more of it. It's currently in like the 3/4 down, 1/4 up setup, so I'll show you. So even with part of it folded up, this is how big the sleeping area is. We sleep 3 comfortably and still have like space to roll around. And then this looks a little crazy, but this is how you actually fold it up. So you move the mattress that hangs out right here up to the front when you're folding it up. And if you hand me the camera, I'll show them how I keep the pillows. So the pillows go literally up on this little platform. Obviously, I'm going to fold this down before we fold the tent up, but it's just so that Josh can get in and out of the little hatch.
Smoke detector,
Yep.
CO2 alarm, light.
Yep.
We have charging cables, sunscreen, bug screen, light, AC and light controllers and stuff. And show them
There's awesome storage up here. I like the clear one. I put my phone in there, but that way I don't like forget and then fold it up with my phone as Josh is checking to make sure we didn't leave anything up here. I've definitely folded the tent up with my phone in it before. It's not the first time, but I like the clear one for that. And I'll keep like, if it's summertime and we just have like shorts and a t-shirt, I'll keep our jammies in these two, and then we just have it. It's super nice. The windows are crazy. As you can see, they're huge.
and the skylight.
And the skylight is, let me see. Let me lay down and try to show them the skylight. That's super neat. And then Josh, take this back and I'll try to show him how to fold up this other piece.
Show them the hack that we did. One thing.
Oh, what's our hat? I don't even know our hat.
Put all the zipper pulls off and put 550 cord zipper pulls.
We learned the hard way one night. It was super windy and all we heard was jingling and jangling. It kept us up. Jackson even was like, I didn't sleep, it was jingling. And you know if he doesn't sleep, it's bad because he sleeps through anything. So, all right, let me see if I can show you guys this. I'm gonna come like right here. We actually don't fold this up hardly ever unless we're hanging out in the camper. But this actually comes up as well.
And there you can see
how huge.
Like if I go solo, I keep this up. I still have tons of room to sleep over there. I still pull that mattress down, but you have basically the full width of the bed.
Like I am standing on the goose gear.
Yeah.
And my head is just barely touching the top of the tent. Like it's huge.
Yeah, so you got just the full width of the bed. So like in storms and stuff like that, we can hang out.
We've been there, but like literally, like if it was a storm, like we could just sit here like it's a couch.
Yeah, or Jackson could be up top,
he could
we
lay,
could be down.
Yeah.
If it's really bad weather.
He can literally lay right here too. So yeah. There's lots of options and still have room for the dog. So it's pretty amazing, actually. Okay, so another addition to our setup for 2025 is the 813 water tank. It adds 8 gallons to our capacity. And you can see here, that's how you open it up. You can fill it from right in there.
It's the breather in the fill tank. And we use a transfer pump to transfer the water.
Yes.
Either into the hot water heater or into the water tank.
Yep. Very useful. All right, this is kind of our like business section of the back of the Jeep. Our Blue Ridge Overland gear, trash bag, or Max Tracks with the GP Factor mounts. We move this trash bag up here when we're moving. This is just at camp. I'll move it down here. And then our GP Factor shovel and hammer with the trail racks mount for that. It's really easy for even me to get it down, which is awesome. And then we also have a little custom made bag for the top of our propane exhaust thing. What's the...
Blue Ridge Overland.
It's Blue Ridge Overland Gear made it? Oh, okay. They made it especially for us. Okay, so last but not least, our Old Faithful, our Alucab shadow awning keeps us cool at the beach. It's very important, and we love it. And then we have our 200 watts of solar on top. You can see there at the end, the light back there is from Josh's friend Sean. It is a camp light, obviously to give you light in the dark, but it also attracts bugs to the top of the Jeep and away from you. And then a river quiver fly rod holder that we have mounted there as well. I think that's it. That's everything. Okay, so that is our 2025 rig. I'm sure we'll make some adjustments and changes throughout the year, and we'll show you guys what 2026 holds, but it's really served us well so far, and we're really excited to take it on a few big trips this summer and fall hopefully as well. So we'll take you along with us. We have the camper.